Gate set in a teasy.
Another story time with OneMan. I don't know what I want to call this yet, and I don't even know exactly how I want to start this story, but I want to talk about this story. So this story is it's about when me, Jay Free, Head, and Jew fought 12 security guards. But let me take you, this was in the year, it was 2006. The reason I know it was 2006 because Head was on probation. No, he was out on bond. And I was out on bond too. So, and I know it was 2006. I ain't gonna say what it was for and all that. A lot of people know. But anyways, let me take you, it was 2006, I don't know what month, what day, whatever, but let me take you a week before. All right, we was in the club, right? It was me. The only people I remember in the club was a lot of us, but I remember me, Stinky, and my nigga Tank. And the reason I remember that is because we was fighting security. We was fighting security, right? And I remember security had punched me in my face. I had punched him back, whatever. I remember Tank fighting security too. And I remember Stinky running from security. Like they was chasing him down the street. And I was like, Stinky, stop running, man. I was like, they touch you, this and that, this and that. I remember all this. I remember this, right? So skip to the next week. I mean, fall security one week, skip to the next week. We in the club, same club. The club was called The Cave. It's not there no more down the oceanfront in Virginia Beach. So we in the cave, right? And I didn't want to go. But I remember, because I knew a lot of the security, but my dude Jew knew a lot of security, right? And I remember the whole time not wanting to go, because I remember at that club, they used to always beat people up. Like all the time, they would beat you up. Like you would see security fighting people all the time there, right? So I'm telling Joe, like, Jew wanted to go. I was like, I don't think we should go. He was like, man, we good. Because Jew wasn't there that week before. And if he was, I don't remember him being there the week before. I just remember Man dropping us off. So Man dropped me and Jew off. I remember this, right? But the whole time I'm telling Jew, I don't want to. I mean. And he might have dropped off me, Head, and Jew. So let's say Man dropped off me, Head, and Jew. I don't remember that particular, but I remember me, Head, and Jew being in there, right? And I was like, at the time, Head looked like Stinky a little bit. Like if you seen Stinky one time and you seen his brother, you'll be like, they the same people if you didn't know him, right? So it's me, Head, and Jew in the club, right? And the whole time, remember I told you I knew all the security, and at the time I used to hang with this dude named KO, used to rap with him and everything. He was one of the security there too, and they knew that I knew him, so they didn't put him onto none of the game. And I could tell because the way everything happened, right? So remember I told you security used to always jump people. And remember Head wasn't there the week before with us. So he know the story, but he don't really know like everything that happened. You know what I mean? He just know what we telling him, like what happened. So I'm in the front of no, it wasn't the cave. It wasn't the cave. Let me take that back. It was a club called Bada Bing. It was right beside the cave though. I remember my cousin was working at the cave, because I'm gonna get to a point with that too. Anyways, we was at Bada Bing, right? So I remember not being beside Head. I remember I talked to KO, gave him that, whatever, he was security. I remember like separating from Head, right? So me and Jew like in the front and Head in the back, right? Next thing you know, I see security fighting somebody, but like I told you, they always do it. And remember, Head ain't have nothing to do with what happened the week before. And I remember I told you I felt like, it just felt weird in there because security won't talk to me, won't give me that, whatever, right? So I see security fighting somebody, I'm thinking, they just fighting something. You know what I mean? Like they always do. Then I think about it, I'm like, hold on. So I go back there, I'm like, where my nigga Head at? Where Head at? So next thing you know, KO come to me and say, man, they just jumped Tony, which that's his real name. But so they jumped Head, right? So I go over there and I see Head like pop up. They throwing him out the back door. They'll pop up and like his shirt like ripped and got blood on it and shit like that. So I'm leaving out the front to go to him in the back, whatever, right? So I didn't know like security was walking to me to like get me too. I didn't know this till KO told me later, right? He was like, security was trying to get you too. But they didn't tell him nothing. He just saw it like, basically with some Inspector Gadget stuff, like I was just leaving out. I left out right before they got me, right? So when I leave out the door, I see Head, like he in the front now, like when I leave out, Head right there. He was like, yeah, they jumped me, whatever. Remember, he ain't have nothing to do with nothing. So now we just snapping. I'm in the front, you know me, how I get. Whatever. We snapping. And then, you know, we on kind of on the strip. So on the strip of the ocean front. So now, like, some of the security I do know come out, right? This is a crazy story. This is the 100% truth. Security come out, right? They were like, look, calm down. We're going to set it up so y'all can fight security without. You know what I mean? It was one of the security I did know that probably didn't even touch Head. He probably did, I don't know, but more than likely he didn't. He was like, we're going to set it up so, you know what I mean? But don't bring attention because the police out there. Remember, it's 3 of us. This is no lie. It was 12 security, right? But I remember Twan and Jay Free, remember I told you about Free too. I remember Twan and Jay Free had a room down the beach, right? So I called, remember, I never called nobody about no fight. I would never, like, if somebody do something to me, I won't call nobody. But I called them, like, because we find security, right? So Twan ain't come, Free came, right? So now it's 4 of us. So we waiting on the corner, shit was crazy. Like, we waiting to get beat up. We waiting on the corner, right? It's 12 security. This no lie, it was 12. I'm not over-exaggerating or nothing. I'm not throwing a remix on it or nothing. It was 12 security, right? It's 4 of us. And you know, I'm little. Jew, little. And Jew is not like a fighter. And Head is big, but not big like how he is now. And Free was like big back then. Like, he was bigger, right? So everything, we waiting in the back, right? Next thing you know, like, we waited a long time for the police and everything to leave. All the police gone. Like, there was like around 7-11 and everything. So it was 4 of us, me, Jew, Free, and Head, right? They were like, now, I mean, go in the back. Now we're in the back. I had never even seen this little back ever. So one of the security I knew, his name was Pac-Man. I went to school with him and shit. And one of them I knew, his name was Pac-Man. I had to throw that in there because what happened, right? So we go back there, right? I was like, I want Pac-Man. What Pac-Man at? What Pac-Man at? Because when we go back there, it's 12 of them, but I don't see Pac-Man. Like, what Pac-Man at? Shout out to Pac-Man, man, because we ended up getting cool. But even after this, I almost ended up getting him killed. And he almost really got killed, but I ain't gonna, that's another story. You know what I mean? But, so I'm like, Pat, I don't see him. I'm calling him out. Next thing you know, I see him just creep through, like from behind him. In my head, I'm like, oh shit, because he was a big ass dude. I remember he used to lift. He used to bench press so much. I was like, God, this is back in the day. Like I told you, I know him from school. Big as a bit. He came out, man. Me and him just started fighting. But remember, it's 12 of them, and 4 of us. No lie, it was 12. Could have been 13. I'm going with 12. So we fighting. 1-on-1, me and him, boom, we rumbling. And I'm thinking he gonna punish me. And I remember I told you, I know for sure that he's strong as shit because I seen him lift weights. I seen him. Man, we fighting, boom, throwing blows. And I remember, like, after this fight, my back was hurting. I had to put it together while my back was hurting. So I tried to slam him. Can't lift him up or nothing. That's why my back was ended up hurting, because I tried to pick him up. Couldn't do it. So I remember we hitting each other, boom. I remember backing up and stealing him, boom. Hold on, let me tell you this. So after I start fighting him, everybody else start fighting, right? So remember this, Free fighting his dude 1-on-1. I'm fighting my dude 1-on-1, which is Pac-Man. And Head and Jew getting jumped. You know what I mean? It's funny that I bring it up, but they getting jumped. I'm happy I ain't getting jumped. So I let me go back to my part. So I back out and I steal Pac-Man. Boom. Next thing, this is no exaggeration. People know I don't make up shit anyway. But he's knocked out, right? But if you ever been in a fight, you can knock somebody out, and once they hit something, they can get back up. But boom, he was knocked out. Boom. He was laying down, and I'm about to kick him in his face. I'm about to kick him in his face like it's like I'm playing kickball, right? But the dude free fighting, like as soon as I'm about to kick him, he about to steal me. I could see it. But let me go back to Free, right? So Free fighting the dude, I'm watching him too. Free and his dude and Free were big as shit. Free fighters do one-on-one. These niggas was hitting each other with haymakers. Free lip get busted and everything. I'm talking about two big-ass dudes fighting each other. And this one, Free, was real big. Free, if he see this story, he gonna know I'm not bullshitting. And he could put in the comment section if I got any part wrong. So I fought my dude, boom. And then like I see Free fighting this dude one-on-one. I can't see Head and Jew. They tell me later what happened to them. So I was like, next thing you know, I say, man, police coming. I don't even know if the police was coming yet. They end up coming anyway. I don't even know they was coming yet, but that was like me saying that so we don't just get punished. And niggas still fighting though. My dude, he finally get up. He get up like after a few seconds though. Like he's knocked out. And I'm about to kick him. And then he finally get up like he's laid out. You know what I mean? But I was so happy I hit him with that right. Boom! Anyway, so next thing you know, Jew tell me they had him. This what happened to Jew. He said they had him in the bushes. No, what's that Head? They had Head in the bushes. Because I talked to him the next day in jail. He called me. Because they revoked his bond and shit. He was like, man, he got hit the hardest he ever got hit. And he still feel it. Now, what happened to Jew, I think he was like 4 people was on him. And he said he got hit in the nose. And his nose was like messed up. His nose could still be messed up right now. But for years, his nose was messed up. You know what I mean? But Head ended up going to jail. Because police did come. And that's all I remember from that story. So, Free, if you hear this, if you see this, put in the comment section what else happened in that story. But me and my dude ended up fighting one-on-one. I knocked them out. And Free and his dude, I saw them throwing haymakers and hitting each other. I'm glad I didn't get Free dude, because Free dude was even big. Because Free was big. Free was big back then. Anyways, that's my story when we fought down the ocean front. I got a lot of stories about fighting. I don't want to just do my story times with OneMan just about fighting, but I got a lot of stories about fighting. A lot. You know what I mean? But I'm just getting these off my chest so they can always exist. Go.
Gate set in a teasy.